I can't believe you would say such blasphemous things.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be
Funny.
more
That's a
specific,
funny PNG, honestly.
what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That
Boom, my
is
name's cleared.
a definite possibility.
Why is he so disappointed that it's not me? Jesus.
So the killer would have to be.
Oh, it isn't you. You weren't a killer. Jesus, you have morals. How could you?
He isn't the moral compass guy, so...
Yeah, well, the moral compass guy's kind of a nuisance, so...
True.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Oh my
But-
god.
What happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here.
Leon,
Someone's
you do
sure
realize
needs
that
to
if we
do
do that
something.
and we vote for someone
For
incorrectly,
serious.
you're good. You should be pushing that idea. You should be like, yes, let's do it.
Does
But like in
no
a
one
subtle
have
way, so it
any
doesn't make it
other
obvious,
thoughts or
you know?
questions?
He just
It
seems
doesn't
kind
matter
of
how
silly Billy.
trivial they may seem.
He was just like, you really think that's a good idea? That's
As a
kind of
matter of fact,
stupid.
I do have one question.
Also, he's not really trying that hard to like be like, hey, that's kind of weird that you like. Why is that the thing that happened? You know?
Oh,
He's just kind of like
You.
letting people discuss it and figure it out. He's just kind of sitting there and like, oh crap, I'm dead.
you don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Unless it's not him, in which case I'm shocked. But it's gotta be. I mean, she literally wrote his name.
It's fine, it's fine.
Yup.
Just ask your question.
Oh yeah.
Didn't get to finish
Okay,
between the
so,
two ones
um,
to make it an N.
Well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Here we go.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Yeah.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Yes.
Negative.
I do
If you
concur.
remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk
No.
or something, and
No,
Ms.
you can't do
Maizono
that.
just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Stop
Okay, bud.
talking.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. The answer is right here. There's no way Sayaka would let someone in because... What?
Doo-doo-doo.
Oh, wait. Because we swapped rooms?
No, wait, hang
I
on.
got it.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
Sayaka was already scared.
Already
remember?
scared. Yeah, there.
That's why
Okay,
she
that
asked me
did
to
do
switch
it.
rooms in the first place.
Oh.
Same goes. Oh, wait. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure to, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, the what is the point of me switching?
Knowing what she'd been through,
I thought it was
believe she would have
because
opened the door for anyone.
what would be the point of switching if she was just gonna open the door? That's what I thought. That's why I thought it would be
Scared was a
that.
lie.
Huh?
What? Oh.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I
Wait,
know
was
you
I
don't
right?
have to
Was she
consider,
actually trying to pin
but
it on
look
me?
at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
That's what we get for
why?
simping. There's something I want to talk about, just the two of us. In 5 minutes, come see me in room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get to the
I
wrong
found
room,
a
okay?
notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Why though? Why would you have to worry about that? What are you doing? What kind of crimes are you committing, Aoi?
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears
Of
a
course you
perfectly
didn't, you
legible
idiot.
signature. Sayaka's signature.
In that note, Sayaka wrote it?
but
Yes.
why?
Why would she sign it in
why
her name?
would
Oh
she
my
write
god.
that?
Ah, but somebody else
The
could
note
sign
was
it
likely
in
her way
her
of getting
name.
in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation,
Oh,
young man
come
could
on.
resist.
Well, that makes you seem suspicious by saying that, just so you know. I mean, I don't think it's you.
2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Oh,
Okay,
funny.
bud.
Funny because you rhymed.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Yeah, I'm genuinely
Would
confused.
you like to hear what I have to say?
I've
Yeah,
been
just spit
confused
it
this whole
out.
time. I have no clue what's happening.
Oh my god, I have to listen to her argument now. Find the contradiction. Dorm nameplates. Oh, so she's gonna be like, oh, but it was Makoto's room, so how would they know?
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
Wait, actually, that's true though. That's true. So that can't be a contradiction.
Note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
But it was my
Exactly.
room.
Yes.
The room that Makoto was scared.
No, that's wrong.
What?
Because I was staying in Sayaka's
The
room, but the
nameplates on
nameplates
mine
were
and
switched,
Sayaka's rooms
so
got
it looked like
switched.
my room.
Oh.
Yeah.
They got switched?
Switched? Like the console?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves.
Switch.
As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Funny.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
right?
Okay, then who did it?
Oh, he's looking a little sweaty. There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. Oh my god, what do you think? It's Sayaka, dude.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only
And
other
the bear.
person besides
I was gonna
me
say it's
who would
kinda-
even know to switch the nameplates.
I thought the bear
was
switched
Sayaka.
them.
I was gonna say it's kind of stupid for them to be like, oh, well, if it wasn't me who switched it, then who could it be? And then they give you the choice to like choose, but this is the first one, so I'm assuming it's gonna get harder than this.
Yeah.
So they're purposefully making
You
it
can
simple,
also infer as much
but
from her note.
still. There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room,
She
okay?
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She
That
would
is
only
true.
have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But how would you
Why
switch
would she
them?
switch them in the first place?
No, but like how? Are they not like bolted on, or are they just like duct taped on? Because if so, then anyone could do
She
that.
wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
Are they not going to explain how she
What?
switched them at all? No? What?
Inviting someone
Please?
to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To pin it on
To
me,
understand
obviously.
that,
Oh, sorry, my cat went into my room.
we first need to understand what happened
eBay
after she
now
invited
has
the person
a
into the
live
room.
streaming service.
Oh my
Like
god, dude.
Netflix.
That's where the answer lies.
Netflix,
happened then
but
was
everything costs $2.
probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't
Okay,
know
but
who
who
it
did
is,
she
you
invite,
goddamn
you
idiot.
dummy? Exactly.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me.
Oh,
There was
this is
a
gonna take a
replica
while.
sword at the murder scene. Was that
Oh
perhaps
my
used
god,
during
what
the fight?
happened
Yeah.
to you? Like
What?
that? No. No. I would rather drown.
What? Replica sword, that's where the gold came from.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to
JPEG.
defend myself. It seems pretty
Lots.
likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken is because with a fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. There's the gold stuff on it. Oops.
Gold.
I got it! All you have to
I
do
got
is take
it!
a good
I just
look
imagine
at
him
her
saying
I
that
got
every
it!
time. He's just
And it should
standing
become
there
pretty
for like a
clear.
minute and he goes, I got it!
Yeah, he's like staring at like this pocket full of like evidence that he has, and he's just staring at each one, and he glances
He
over
just-
like a picture of her wrist, and he goes, I got it!
He reaches
Right
into his
there
back
where her
pocket and
wrist
just
is all
pulls out
swollen.
her arm.
Yeah! Right here!
I got it!
Is that gold?
No, it's
It
yellow.
Sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica
Obviously.
sword. You barely have to touch that
Where's
stuff.
the blue?
And it'll stick right to you.
Yeah, where's
And
blue?
there's some on her wrist because...
I got it because she got hit with the sword right
got
there
it.
on her wrist.
I see. And so the truth draws
He
ever
sounds like-
closer.
You look like a hamster, dude.
He looks like a hamster and he sounds like Golem.
Alright, then it's about time
My
to solve this.
precious. What happened in my room and what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. There's a little bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more?
More?
Yes. Are you getting used to non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your cylinder. Just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll get damage to your gauge. You can press the Q key to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the Q key to cycle through each bullet, or you can use the mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded in the cylinder. For our purposes, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Does that mean you're nicer to people or replica sword, kitchen knife, and
The sheet.
Yeah.
Fighting broke out,
yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't make the
Grab
right
the
one the
sword.
default one though.
and that's when the first blow
So
was
it's
felt.
replica sword or replica sword sheath, I feel like.
Sword-based sneak attack.
Wait, what
No,
did
wait!
you say?
Switch to the other
That's
one!
what broke Miss Mizono's
Oh, you
wrist.
missed it.
Oh.
So
It would have been the
she tried to
sheath
fight back.
because it wouldn't be stealthy.
She grabbed the kitchen knife she had
Kitchen
hidden
knife.
away.
Oh,
But then
wait.
the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
No.
Wait, I'm
Messed
sorry, I
up.
didn't listen at all. But the person with the sword really did attack first. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Oh yeah, the
When
sheath.
the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword.
Yeah, and the
and
stealth
that's when the
attack
first
that used
blow
that
was
on.
dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong! Just imagine he's just silent listening to them and now he just cuts them off screaming, No!
Actually, no.
You
I
idiot!
don't think the fight started with the sword.
Yeah, what did it start with then? A gun?
Why not?
You silly
Because
idiot.
the sword sheath had been scratched.
Yeah,
See?
so he got hit with the
There's
knife.
a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp. You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Well, that's not true, because, like, they could have, like, hit them with it to break the wrist, and then someone, like, someone retaliated with a knife and scratched it. But, I mean, sure, whatever.
Yeah, but the sheath wouldn't be on the sword when they got hit with the sword.
If you were gonna attack with the sword, you take. Oh yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so
Ethan Winters.
If the sheath get damaged,
If they got attacked
It was grabbed and held up to defend.
the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Which was Sayaka, so Sayaka was trying to set me up. Oh my god.
I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere, then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself.
That wouldn't make any sense, because why would she go to the kitchen to get the knife and then hide it? And then, also, why would you invite someone over after grabbing a knife? It just seems really suspicious. I feel like it was her.
Yeah.
Took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Yeah.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain.
Oh yeah, there was none of the gold stuff on her hands. It was only on her wrist. Her palms were sweaty, her knees were weak, her arms were heavy. There's vomit on her sweater already. Mom's spaghetti.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
That's true.
How do you know that just by looking at her palms?
Because I touched it, and I got some on my hands. Uh-oh. I'm immediately suspicious.
All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she
This is a really long
and
debate.
come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off of her hands because there's a certain regulation that... Oh yeah, there's no water at night.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's
Oh
time
my
of death
god!
was
And then the
around
next
1:30
morning,
a.m.
Leon was late and he said sorry that because he like overslept, so he was probably washing his hands because the water was off.
At nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime.
Oh.
Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Ew.
Oh my.
You smell like a big fat ugly donkey!
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Oh my god, this conversation is pointless.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway,
he's
if
pretty
Sayaka
dumb.
never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on.
Bum bum bum.
If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was
Sayaka. Would have been the one without the sword, so Sayaka.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who
So she
attacked
betrayed me.
first
She
was...
purposefully made us simp and we fell for it. God, she is so intelligent.
Now do you understand?
Yeah.
She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
Because
She purposefully built up
yeah.
trust,
Almost
got us
as
to admit that we would
planning to
do
commit
whatever it
murder
takes
of
to
her
get her out, and she's like, alright, well, if you do whatever it takes, then you'll let me blame you for murder, right? What?
Took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Out of that context, that sounds hilarious. She wanted to what?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying.
Yeah.
And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Yeah, exactly. It was like actually genuinely a really smart plan.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Actually, it wouldn't have been perfect because, yeah, because her hair would still be there and stuff like that. And Makoto could have just been like, yeah, we switched rooms. And
for one thing, even
yeah.
if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
But what if they didn't believe him?
I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing.
Oh,
which is why out
that's
of all
true.
of us, she asked him to switch
would you
rooms.
rather believe a celebrity or a nobody?
Plus, she was
Yeah.
the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are
Exactly.
you more likely to believe?
Toko finally said something smart.
Wait, then
Wow.
you're saying she had this all planned out?
Obviously, he's restating the obvious again.
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched
And
her attack
dead.
with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on
You
her,
can
and she
see
died at the
that
hands of the
Leon
one
is
she'd planned to murder.
spooked over there.
Yeah.
Hold on! That can't be true!
And now he's
Because-
gonna die for getting
because-
attacked.
Hey, hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah. We
Uh-oh.
gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring
Why does
out
it
the
do that?
answer to this
Sometimes
mystery.
whenever it does like the little ... or someone says like a one-word phrase, it'll skip past it on its own.
If we can't uncover who
I hate
murdered
it.
Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who the real killer is, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. That's a lie!
There's one thing. Make your argument.
Dying message.
Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Boom, 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 boom. That's wrong.
No, you're stupid!
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
She drew an Among Us and then
Wait,
died.
What did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her.
Guys, did you see anyone vent? Who is on cam?
1037. Written in her own
No,
blood.
no,
There
you
must
look,
be a
there's a
clue
little
about the
line
killer
connecting
hidden
the
in
two
there.
and you flip it upside down.
Well, before we get too far into that,
Oh my
I need
god.
to ask,
I need to ask, who's Sayaka
can
again?
you really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yeah, oh my god. It's right next to her body. Her left index finger. Like, dude.
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure.
Well, that's implying
I
that
think
she's
we can
right-handed.
believe Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Turn it upside down and there's a little connecty thingy.
I feel like they made it extremely obvious on purpose because once again it's the first one. But like,
yeah,
11037, but there's an obvious line connecting them. So if you just like
Hey, Chihiro,
flip it upside
you're
down.
a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Also,
course.
Sayaka knows nothing about
It's
that as
because
far as
they're
we know.
not numbers.
Oh!
They're letters.
yeah,
Look it
it
upside
looks
down.
like-
What?
No, it's just look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
Then what are they?
He's got a big brain
Not
moment.
numbers.
Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Alright, Hifumi got his one smart line out.
The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
I know, right? It's insane.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
What?
But even if that really isn't
Gray matter, brain.
037 doesn't make any more sense.
No, that's not it. Flip it upside down.
Dang it, there's no use. I just don't know.
Flip it upside down.
180 degrees.
Yeah.
Rotate it. I think I might see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Jesus, Einstein, you just now figured that out?
You just shot past the clue card and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Speak word.
Saka's dying message reveals the killer's name. If you turn your message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Select someone.
Select someone. You can
Leon.
select yourself?
I guess.
Here's my answer.
Leon.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all.
Wow, for an idiot, you sure are stupid.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at
Or
it
if
standing
you
in front of
brain
her,
big, you could
ends up
write it
being
right
flipped.
side up and it'd be easier for people.
To be fair,
And they
she is
wouldn't
like
have to be
dying.
genius.
Try it for yourself if you want. Write
True.
something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Kids, have I gotta... please consider the following. If you're ever about to die, please consider writing a name of the culprit in your own blood. As you will see, the letters will appear to be upside down because of the way you're standing. Thank you, please, thank you for considering the following. Freaking Bill Nye episode.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
Well, I just did.
If you're not the killer,
Too bad.
then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yeah.
He's got the funny
evidence you're gonna
shirt.
try to get rid of. Is that the thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right? Yeah, the ball. And then the shirt.
I think you do the shirt. Yeah, do the shirt first.
Oh yeah, you
I
were
don't see how
right.
the ball would connect back
The
too
burnt
well.
shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
Other than the fact that he
Killer
plays
stabbed Sayaka.
baseball, but that
They
might
must have
play in a
gotten
bit
some of her
later.
blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Bum bum bum. This debate's been going on for the past hour.
Leon is guilty.
I really hope they don't get longer.
I mean, Leon's not the only
That-
one wearing
oh.
a white button-up.
That's right.
Maybe they'll
There
go
are plenty of
faster
other people
because
here
there's
with
less
shirts like
people,
mine.
and it's not trying to go, oh yeah,
It's
we've
just
got to
that
point
one
out
little
everything and
chart
make
piece.
it
There's
easy.
no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
Actually, it depends on who they kill off. Because like, if all the idiots are left, then it's just gonna become bantering. And then we'll never get anywhere. It'll be like 2 hours of
That
bantering and
alone
1
isn't
hour of
enough.
actual evidence.
But there are some other points
Yeah,
that
that's
may
why
reveal
they
the
need to
truth.
kill off the book writer
Are you
person and
finally starting to
the
understand?
anime
The answers
guy.
to all the
Umi and
riddles are
Toko.
right here.
What? Not anime.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt piece remains in the bun shirt, which the killer isn't able to get rid of. There's something about it that we need to pay attention to. How it's disposed of, where it was disposed of. How it was disposed of?
I got it!
Yeah.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. you can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the
Baseball
key to
star
get
can
in.
throw it.
And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer.
And the ball, he threw the ball to hit the button.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all coming together now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
It's almost over.
Almost.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Well, yeah, that's
So
true.
the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of
No.
the trash?
Oh, that's wrong? Oh, I thought it was gonna be like, no, cause crystal ball. Okay. Well, part of that is wrong. I tried to think of another contradiction there somewhere. Well, I guess that's on me for not listening to everything first.
Oh.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Man, if I just had listened to more.
That's wrong.
I think I know how someone could
Objection!
dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
He just pulls out a gun.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's
You're all dead. I get away with it because you're all dead.
Ball, but,
Let me free.
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was
Throw it.
roll it, divine with it.
What?
The killer simply took aim
Yes,
at
he
the
asked
incinerator
God to
switch
hit the button.
and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the
Help me
incinerator
get away
would
with
come to life.
murder.
Head empty, only ball.
Someone threw
Yeah.
through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before?
Baseball
Kikumu?
star. Baseball star.